Welcome to the deep dive. So, Bitcoin. It's been making some pretty big moves recently, hasn't it?
It really has. Quite a significant jump.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the numbers, it went from around, what, $84,000 up to nearly $95,000.
Just about all in the past week or so. That's more than a 12% climb. Pretty substantial.
Definitely. So we've been digging into the reports trying to figure out, what's actually fueling this rally.
And what it might mean, yeah.
Exactly what it could mean for you.
It's interesting because it seems like several different things are kind of pointing upwards all at once, not just one factor.
Okay, so let's unpack that. One thing that keeps coming up is institutional investment, like Fidelity. They bought a lot.
That's right. Fidelity's recent purchase, $108 million worth of Bitcoin. That gets noticed.
Why is a move like that so significant, though, from one company?
Well, when a major established player like Fidelity makes a move like that, it signals a shift.
A shift in how they see Bitcoin.
Yeah. It suggests they're looking at it more seriously, maybe as a legitimate asset for a portfolio, not just, purely speculative.
And it could encourage others, right? Other
Yep.
big players.
Potentially, yes. It adds a layer of, let's say, credibility or validation. It can have a bit of a snowball effect.
Okay, so institutions are one piece. But it's not just direct buying, is it? We're seeing loads of action with those Bitcoin ETFs, too.
Oh, absolutely. The ETF inflows are a huge part of the story right now.
The reports mention some massive numbers. Can you break that down a bit?
The sheer amount of money going into these US-listed Bitcoin ETFs is, well, it's a really strong indicator of demand.
How strong?
Get this. One single day saw net inflows of $936 million.
Wow. 936 million in one day.
Yep. That's a lot of capital moving in. And it suggests really broad interest.
So beyond just the big institutions.
Exactly. These ETFs make it much easier for a wider range of investors to get exposure to Bitcoin, without having to buy and hold it directly. It lowers the barrier to entry.
Makes sense. So institutions are more confident, more people are getting access through ETFs. What else? I saw some chatter about, like, the charts themselves.
Yeah.
Technical analysis.
Yeah, the technical side. So beyond news driving things, analysts look at price patterns, historical movements.
And they're seeing something bullish.
Some are, yes. One pattern being talked about is an ascending channel. Basically, the price is bouncing between two upward sloping lines.
Okay. And what does that usually suggest?
Often, it suggests the upward trend might continue. Based on this pattern, some analysts are actually projecting potential price targets, maybe even up to $117,000.
$117,000. Okay, that sounds optimistic. But hang on. We're still talking about Bitcoin, right? And cryptocurrencies in general. It's not exactly a smooth ride, is it?
No, absolutely not. And that's probably the most critical point to remember here.
Volatility.
Exactly. The crypto market is inherently volatile. Prices can swing, dramatically and very quickly. These positive signs are there, yes, but the risk is too.
So anyone thinking about this needs to be really careful.
Absolutely. Do your own research. Really consider your own financial situation, your tolerance for risk. It's crucial.
Right. So summing it up then. We've got growing institutional confidence seen with buys like Fidelity's. We've got huge amounts of money flowing into ETFs showing broader interest and easier access.
Yep.
And we have some technical chart patterns that look, well, promising to some analysts.
Correct. Those seem to be the key drivers behind this recent rally.
But always with that asterisk of volatility, you have to be prepared for bumps.
You absolutely do. Look, thinking bigger picture, this could signal Bitcoin becoming more integrated into mainstream finance. The institutional money, the ETFs, they point towards a maturing market, maybe.
But
that volatility is the constant reminder that it's still, a relatively new and evolving thing. It's not like buying government bonds.
So for you listening, the takeaway is that there are powerful forces pushing Bitcoin right now, driving these prices.
But the risks haven't disappeared. Understanding both sides is key.
Which leads to a final thought, really. Considering all this, the big money, the easier access, the charts, the risk, what role do you think crypto might play moving forward?
Yeah, how does it fit into the broader financial world? And maybe what more could you look into yourself to form your own informed view on where this is all heading?